All right, we love the drama. We love drama here at QLTV. All right, so yeah, Pyro has gotten first blood, and it really is just a war of attrition. He just kept Mike on the opposite side of the map and never gave him rail, and just kept splash, 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 splash. And whereas he basically kept it so that the only thing Mike had was at most a yellow armor. And there's that instant rail. Now here, Pyro might be getting a little bit too greedy. He's backing into health, and that will save his life. But once again, he controls that rail and denies it. Mike will not get that resource.
Yeah, and Mike did a great job of hitting those two rails on Pyro when he grabbed the Mega, so he doesn't have to worry about that huge stack coming after him later.
Alright, so for those that missed it, Mike just said "fuck you," and I believe that's because he finally got his first railgun. Although he's just lost it there. Pyro frags him one more time. And see, yeah, Pyro really using sound very well here, and he's going to steal rail one more time. Rail's about to come back. He's going to drop in on it. Oh, no, no, no. It looks like rail finally went into Mike's hands. This is only a 3-frag game. And these guys are really just kind of playing very much a peek game, where they just do not want to be seen by the other player because they know any more than a pixel is going to be enough. Nice rail, and Pyro unable to follow up for the combo, backs off, eats a bit more splash from Mike. I'm liking this matchup so far. Pyro sitting with a 3-frag lead. This should be a frag right here, and yes, it is indeed. We've got an exchange of rails, but Pyro has the better stack, and he will get the frag. Of course, we saw Mega picked up. Pyro, I believe, has gotten all of them at this point, and Mike on the recovery, trying to use plasma, doesn't connect with a single ball of it, and Pyro now on the warpath, RJing around the map, able to steal that armor. That's huge. We got Mike not going to have a whole lot here, and Pyro maintaining a 100 armor stack. Very key. Pyro has taken most of the health. Only health left on this map is in this center area, and as you can see, Pyro knew it, and so he basically forced his opponent inside here after nailing him with a rail. Very nice work by Pyro. Impressive. Mike's shot went a little bit high there. Had that been a little bit lower and would have connected against Pyro, I think the frag would have went in his favor. Now, there's a nice rail by Mike. Mike looking to put Pyro down one more time. Or actually, one time, I guess I should say. 7-0 is the current score. I mean, the score doesn't really reflect how close this map is, because consider, folks, that we watched Pyro rack up 30-something frags here. The fact that it's only 8-0 and we're almost at 7 minutes. Yeah, this has been one of the lowest scoring T4s that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, for such a close range map, but Mike's doing a great job of holding Pyro off as much as he can. But one of the main things is he has not been able to contest for that Mega at all, and Pyro's gotten, I think, all 3 of them.
Yeah, he has, and on top of that, Pyro is doing a little bit better job with the peak shots, and part of that is the denial of the rail strategy that Pyro is sort of executing. It's not 100%. There've definitely been some spawns from Mike that have gotten him a railgun, but for the most part, when Pyro wants to, he can keep that railgun away, and it seems like Pyro really knows that's Mike's favorite weapon. He catches him there, waiting for it one more time. That gives him a 12th frag. And at this point, when you hit the double digits in frag deficit, you know your mindset kind of changes. You get a little bit out of sorts. You usually tend to maybe not play as focused because you're thinking, oh god, it's like 13 frags. That's here we're seeing the battle over the rail again. Pyro denies. Yeah, I mean, I think shot for shot, Mike is pretty solid. We've seen him pick up the rail a couple of times and do some damage against Pyro, but it seems like he's maybe relying on that railgun a little bit too much. Because without it, he seems to be unable to score himself a frag. Of course, in the last 3 minutes, we've seen 10 frags, 11 frags or so. At this point, Mike is not playing as cautiously. I think he's still playing really hard. He hasn't thrown in the well, as he comes around, he's got to pummel out. But he certainly played a lot harder. It gets on the board in the last 25 seconds. I like that. But he certainly played a lot harder than some of the other people we've seen tonight. And so I'm glad to say that, definitely always a good idea to try to stick with it for as long as you can until that buzzer sounds. Because I've said it many times before, but any time that you give up, that's time wasted where you're not learning anything. Pyro at 37%, best weapon of course, that railgun. 23% for Mike's own and or Mike's son, maybe it's Mike's son, I don't know. Either way, that accuracy difference, quite the narrative. He throws up a Euro tag to let everyone know that he's got a high ping. Of course, this is a Demon from Lowland Lions. Fantastic CTF player. We really enjoyed featuring him in some of our CTF coverage.
We are tomorrow night going to be casting at 9:30 the NGL Clan Arena Finals between Focus 27 and Fires of Judaism, which is going to be an amazingly disgusting match, I think, and I'm pretty sure everybody else will too. And directly after that, at 10:30, given the time whenever the Clan Arena match ends, we'll be playing we're going to be streaming rather, the OSE CTF finals between EG and EMG, which in all of their glory finally get to be casted. So I can't freaking wait.
Yeah, it should be a fantastic matchup for both things, and like we said at the start of the cast, it's wonderful to finally get sort of the regular coverage, the game types other than King of the Hill back on the stream. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. First blood will go to Pyro here on ZTN. We get to see any real map and resource dominance just yet.
Yeah, this probably isn't going to play out too well for Demon, because that 130 ping is not going to help him with a railgun at all, and he's not going to be able to fend off Pyro's railgun too much. So we'll see how that goes for him.
Well, he's probably going to have an easier time with the rail and a worse time with things like LG. A lot of times, high pingers tend to favor the rail. That being said, yeah, right there, that's the kind of battle that if Pyro wants to take advantage of that ping, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to go up close range, where ping is at the worst disadvantage possible, and use a weapon like the lightning gun that's superior in close range quarters, or the shotgun. That's a good close range choice too. 4-0, Pyro racking up the frags.
That's my best long range weapon, dude. What are you talking about?
Especially now, I don't know if anyone, well, everyone probably noticed this, but They did make a slight adjustment to the shotgun. It is no longer, most people say it's no longer as powerful. Of course, I kind of disagree that it's, you know, like